Well, here we go again, folks, with something very nice. A 2001 Autotrail Cheyenne. It's an absolutely magnificent example based on the Mercedes turbo diesel 2.1 Sprinter chassis. It's only had 3 owners from brand new. The last owner has had it 8 years. The previous keeper to that 4 years. And the first owner from new for 4 years. It is absolutely stunning. When I was able to source it and locate it, the only thing that let it down was a little bit of surface corrosion and marks on the steel wheels. So I've fitted 4 new wheels. And it just finishes it off nicely. Most motorhomes would just flick it with a bit of silver aerosol spray and put some cheap wheel trims on. But I think that would spoil this lovely Mercedes, and it does look the part now with the new wheels on. The bodywork is perfect. 2001. Remember, folks, this is 16 years old. No marks on it. It looks like the old guy on top of the roof has been waxing it, because I've been up on the roof and it looks waxed and cleaned and polished up there as well. So we'll just have a quick small focus on the 2 bike rack, Fiorma standard. You've got the ladder if you want to gain access to the roof. Fed for cassette toilet. Fresh cold water. You've got the Truma exhaust outlet there. I've also got the winter cover. Mains hookup, of course. Gas supply if you wanted an outside barbecue point. 1 gas bottle in there, that's new, but there's room for 2. As I say, the bodywork on this is absolutely fantastic. Faultless. Overmats over the overmats. I think it's done 47,000 miles. I've actually covered 220,000 miles in it myself. Starts on the button. Power steering, of course. Electric windows. Electric mirrors. Heater. CD radio with face-off radio. Front cup holder, of course it's never been smoked in. 5-speed manual, and it does pull like a train. If he's doing 70 miles an hour, no problem. It'll cruise all day at 70 miles an hour. In fact, I took this exact model myself a couple of years ago down to the south of France, and it drove really well. Have a quick look under the bonnet, folks. There you go. Indestructible 2.1 turbo diesel. Nice recent battery, high power battery. It's also had 2 recent leisure batteries that are fitted to Bosch batteries. We've drop tested them and they're perfectly fine. Tools underneath there. This cupboard just gives you access, a bit tricky to do one-handed, just gives you access to the storage under the front seating area. We've got a large mini garage that stores, it's got ramps, hook up, it's even got a safari room for the awning. I'll do some pictures shortly of the awning. Right, let's step inside. Fly screen. And look at the condition of this. Let's get some lights on. Put the master switch on. Put the 12-volt lights on. And this particular model, as you can see, has got uplighters at the top of the range. And there you go. How's about that? Absolutely spotless. Over mats over the carpet. Everything's as it should be. Nice mat to wet your feet. Similarly at the front, over the overmat. So it's the 4-berth. We'll just get the paper out there. This pulls forward, and then that mattress comes forward. We'll just demonstrate that now. It just pulls forward. And there's the mattress. Some extra cushions. Also you've got, so the kids don't drop out of bed. Pull up and clunk into there. Or you can push it back so you've got more room. Concertina blinds to all the windows. Fly nets. This just oozes quality. You've got a separate shower tray. Thetford swivel toilet. Again, concertina blind. Another overmat over. It's been well looked after. All the little things. Even a light wardrobe. Switch it on and off. Underneath there is access for the hot water, the Truma hot water that works on 12-volt, or should I say gas, as well as 240-volt mains supply. So it works on electric hot water when you're plugged in at home or on the mains on a campsite, or you've also got the option of using it on gas when you're wild camping. When you plug in on the mains, you can actually have this Trumatic gas heater to work on the mains as well as gas. I have tested it all, it's all working perfectly fine. That's the dimmer switch, won't work now but it will when it's plugged in on the mains, and that operates the mains operated lights. There's your hob oven, absolutely spotless. As you can see, they're nice blue flames. Similarly, the oven doesn't look hardly used. Spotless grill pan. And there's the grill. Lots of handy, nifty cupboard space. Really well designed and thought out. First aid kit. 3-way fridge that I have tested works on the 12 volt when you're driving, the mains when you're plugged in on the hookup, and on the gas. And I have tested and it's working fine. That's it sparking. And then that'll light shortly. And that will work if you're wild camping. It's a bit difficult to see the pilot light, but there you go, there's the pilot light working nicely, and that's the fridge working on gas. Spotless. See if we can get the water working. We've got a water pump. There you go. Cold water, hot water, hot, cold. See if we can get the shower working. Oh yes. And that just drops back. Take the plug out, that just drops back. We'll go into the shower tray. The quality of these fittings. Autotrail are built in Grimsby. They've had to expand the factory in the last few years, such is the demand. So they're still at the same factory in Grimsby where they've been for a long time. So parts and after sales service, no problem. Lovely quality fixtures. There's even a light for the wine cabinet. So your bottles of wine up there, your glasses down there, even CD storage. All the reading lights are working. So there we have it. Beautiful example. Of course, I'll be more than happy to deliver it anywhere in the country. You can view, test drive before you pay. If you're happy, all I ask is a lift to the nearest train station. I can't be any fairer or more confident than that. So view before you buy, keep your money safely in your bank account. Don't fall for a lot of scams that are on eBay at the moment that are selling vehicles far too cheap. The old rule is if it's too good to be true, it is. Basically all these scammers are doing is hoovering up deposits. So they're collecting deposits for vehicles that do not exist. You do not buy cheap motorhomes. So we'll have a quick look at the paperwork. I did an MOT history check on this. I can't believe it. In all that years, it's only had 2 advisories on the MOTs. One was for pads and discs last year, a bit of wear to the discs, which I've had replaced. And the other one, I think was it a wiper blade? Something silly a long time ago. So it's only had the 2 advisories. I've just had it MOT'd, and we've just got the 3rd advisory in all that time. It's just a tiny little crack to the windscreen. Where can I find it? It's out of the wind. There we go. Don't know if you can see on the camera there. There is the sweep. There it is. There's the sweep of the wipers. So it's above that. So it's only an advisory. And on the top left of the passenger. So now MOT'd till 24th of November 2018. Lots of MOTs and past bits and bobs. It's got full service history. The last guy who's owned it for 9 years, or 8 years rather, he's been servicing it himself, but we've got it all documented. 5,000, 9,000, 14,000, 16,000, 16,000 again, 635. By the last owner, 36,000, then 42,000, and I'll get a full service carried out on it next week. So that will be nicely stamped up on the next one at 47,000. So full service history. So we have a new service. It's just been MOT'd. All ready for the new owner. There you go. 3 owners from Gunview. And the last owners had it since 2009. There's the whole control panel. That's for the gas system, for the hot water, water level, the uplighters, and that's the master switch. Just do a quick recap. So it's a 2001 Mercedes Cheyenne. It's the 630S model. Full berth with the 2.1 turbo diesel engine. You really won't find a nicer example. This will stand up to the fussiest of inspections, internally, externally and mechanically. 16 years old, and it looks less than 6 years old. So I'll be happy to deliver this anywhere in the country, folks, free of charge. All you ask is for a £100 deposit, and if you're not happy upon delivery, the £100 is refunded. No one has ever been disappointed with one of my motorhomes yet. I'd even consider a part exchange, car, motorhome, camper, motorbike. All I ask is a phone call to discuss. I will not get into exchanging emails and texts about part exchange values and prices. All it takes is just lift up the phone. My phone's on 9 AM till 9 PM, 7 days a week.